hardship in the country. Resign if you cannot fix the economy. Protesters tells President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Pastor Azena, the new Nigerian People's Party (NNPP) candidate for the September 21, 2024 governorship election in Edo State, has joined members of civil society organizations in the state to protest against the current economic hardship in the country. Ezeme, who is the pastor of Omega Fire Ministry, Benin City, said the high cost of living in the country is getting out of hand. He, however, urged government at all levels to do everything possible to address the cost of living crisis. The NNPP governorship candidate opined that clergymen are the worst hit of the cost of living crisis in the country due to the pressure of demands by congregants. He said, "I am a pastor. I can feel it in the faces of my congregations. The load is becoming too much on the clergy and religious men because they need to pay people's school fees. Some you need to feed them. Some you need to transport them. Some you need to pay their hospital bills. Sometimes these bills are really affecting us. Hunger is biting harder in our country. People are suffering. This is more than suffering. This is sufferer. We meet these people daily, but government does not meet them daily. Government only meet them during elections. We are the ones facing it. We are the ones bearing the pains. To prevent anger, crime, violence in the society, you have to attend to hunger. The prices of things in the country are going up per hour in Nigeria. We are here to draw the attention of the government to the state of the economy in the entire country, that they should do something fast because a hungry man is an angry man." He went further to state that, "So we are here to say that local, state and federal governments should look into the high prices of goods and services with a view to addressing the situation." He advocated the implementation of price control to enable the people to afford food items. Earlier, leftist Austin Enabulele, the interim chairman, Edo Civil Society Organization, EdoScore, handed down a 14-day ultimatum to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his vice president, Kashim Shettima, to resign from office if they cannot fix the nation's economy. Enabulele, who also decried the dollarization of the Nigerian economy, urged government to urgently add value to the nation's currency. "We cannot be living our lives in dollars. You want to buy something in the market, they will tell you that the dollar has increased. You want to buy common pumpkin leaves, they will say dollar has increased. We are using naira and they must give value to our naira. If he cannot fix the problems, he should resign." The protest grounded economic activities in the city center as the protesters marched through major roads and streets in Benin City. They also brandished placards with various inscriptions such as "Nigerians are starving to death," "Tinubu end hunger and suffering in Nigeria," "Federal government end the hunger in Nigeria now," "Tinubu let Nigerians breathe," among others. Also, the Nigerian economic crisis puts fuel subsidies removal under scrutiny. Now, as a result of the Nigerians' economic hardship, there has been a scrutiny with regards to the fuel subsidy that was formally removed. Many are questioning the wisdom of abruptly eliminating the subsidies without a shock-absorbing plan. Nigeria, we should recall, was long under international pressure to end fuel subsidy that allowed its citizens to pay some of the cheapest petrol prices in the world. But an economic crisis triggered after its new president finally did so, which led to questions about how it was handled. Before the West African country went to the polls last year, the International Monetary Fund recommended that Nigeria's government permanently remove fuel subsidies through the introduction of a market-based pricing mechanism. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who won the highly contested vote in Nigeria and became the president in May, removed them on his first day in office to general surprise. But plaudits from international community, the World Bank called it the first step towards restoring macroeconomic stability and creating more fiscal space. Now the question is this true? How far have we seen the effect of subsidy removal? The move was part of the president's attempt to embrace economic orthodoxy that also included ending a currency peg maintained by the former central bank governor. But 9 months after the subsidies were cut, many are questioning the wisdom of openly eliminating the subsidies without a shock-absorbing plan and how Tinubu's government has implemented its post-subsidy strategy. Now, as a result of the economic hardship, the starving, the high cost of living, the high price in dollar as to naira, the Nigerian Labour Congress has gone and done a nationwide protest and handed over letters of demand to the National Assembly. Ajero, in his remarks at the National Assembly, said Nigerians embarked on peaceful protests because there was hunger in the land, adding that Nigerians is becoming like Zimbabwe. The Nigerian Labour Congress President Joe Ajero has handed over the union's letter of demand to the National Assembly. Ajero handed over the letter to the chairman of the Senate Committee on Labour Employment and Productivity, Senator Dickett Plank, on Tuesday. The demands included full implementation of the welfare provisions, employment generations, immediate subsidy to farmers, immediate subsidy to boost agricultural productions, and fixing the 4 refineries, among others not mentioned. Ajero, in his remark at the National Assembly, said Nigerians embarked on the peaceful protest because there was hunger in the land, adding that Nigeria is becoming like Zimbabwe. Ajero also noted that the minimum wage negotiated had started, but the amount was yet to be decided. He said that the protest would serve as a signal to the federal government to immediately tackle the challenges bedeviling the country. Plank, after receiving the letter, assured the protesters that the demands of the Nigerian Labour Congress would be looked at and discussed immediately. The Nigerian Labour Congress and other related unions commenced national plan protests over the high cost of living, inflation, insecurity, and hardship in the country. The unions involved are the Medical and Health Workers Union of Nigeria, the Federal Capital Territory Council, National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives, Nigerian Union of Teachers and Construction Workers Union, among others. The protesters were seen carrying placards such as End Poverty and Hunger, Support Local Industries, Fix Local Refineries, End Subsidy, #End Naira Devaluation, Tax the Rich, Subsidize the Poor, to make their grievances known on the current economic hardship across the country.